Hello, everybody. What's going on? It's your boy Porkchop from 92Q, and we're here for the Early Learning Pre-K and Kindergarten campaign, all right? And right now, I'd like to introduce the beautiful women that is doing great things in our city that inspire her, award-winning Miss Francis. How you doing?
Hi, everyone. I'm good.
Hi.
Miss, oh, no, not Miss, excuse me, Dr. Williams.
Hi, everyone.
That's right. We have Miss Stokes.
Hey, everybody.
And last but not least, Miss Mothers. Why all y'all did your hands like that?
We don't know.
It's welcoming, like welcome.
What is going on? I need to, let's start off with a question that anybody can answer. What is the pre-K and kindergarten campaign? What are we doing?
Well, I will start. So I'm the director of early learning for pre-K at City Schools, and we are actually very excited to welcome our students back to school, pre-K and kindergarten. Pre-K is so important. It's where kids can build up all of their great foundational skills and really set them up for lifelong learning. And so we are excited to welcome our students back. Our pre-K enrollment opened for our Priority 1 students in May. And then in July, it's going to open up for the rest of the students in the city. So we're just excited to welcome you back into schools and back into our classrooms.
Well, since I'm talking to you first, can you explain what the school day is going to look like for the pre-K and kindergarten kids?
Yes, that's a really great question. Things are going to look obviously a little bit differently. So first, everyone's going to be in a mask. So that's going to be a little bit different than what we've done previously. So when you come into school, you may have to still take your temperature, or they're going to ask some questions about, if you've been around anyone that may have been impacted by COVID. But once you get into the classrooms, it's going to look a lot like our regular classroom. You'll still probably be socially distanced. So you'll be at your own desk, but you'll still be able to see your friends. You'll be able to see your teachers, go outside, play, have lunch, do all of the regular things that we're used to, just keeping us very, very safe.
Now, we know the protocol is different for the younger kids for not getting vaccines. So how safe is it? Is it really, you're cleaning up all of the spaces and the tables and...
Absolutely. We're cleaning the tables, the toys, the kids, everything. So no, we think it's very safe. We have been in person. Some of our classrooms have been in person since November of the school year. And so we've figured out how to do this really well and really safely. And so, we're just really excited to be able to welcome students back and hope parents can, come back and trust us, and that this is really the best setting for their students.
Let's get into attendance with Dr. Tanya Williams.
Yes.
Doctor. That's right. Does attendance really matter right now for the students?
Yes. We like to say attendance does matter, not just for our younger students, but it matters for all students, whether they're pre-K, K, elementary, middle, or high school. It really matters for early learners because they are developing much needed social skills, their emotional skills, reading, and their math skills. So they really need to be in school. Okay. Now, if you want to talk like research, let's put it on the table. We always need to talk like, what did the scientists say? So research really tells us that students that are absent in early grades, it's a predictor to how they attend school in their later grades. Students that have been found to be absent are twice as likely to be retained in later grades. They may have some behavioral issues because, once again, we talked about in the earlier grades, that's where they learn social and emotional skills. So sometimes in the later grades, they may have difficulty how to interact with others, how to resolve conflict appropriately. And so in those early grades, they get all of that. And then, of course, we talk, why do we have kids go to school? We want to celebrate graduations. We want to celebrate them moving forward in life. So those students that tend to not come to school in the earlier grades may not graduate and graduate on time. And lastly, our young kids always look at us as adults at our habits. And so if we don't stress that going to school is important for them, then they don't look at it as important. So it's up to us as adults to say attendance does matter, whether you're 6 or 7 or 17 or 18. So it does matter.
What are some of the common reasons why students are absent during the school year?
So we know this year especially has been a very hard year for all, not just us, but all of our families. And so some of the common reasons, which were always there, but have been intensified this year, were issues like homelessness. Many of our families move around a lot due to a loss of jobs, change in marital status. We also have illness. So for our young kids, we know in some cases you have ill parents, ill grandparents. So if you have a young child, how are they supposed to get to school and get themselves prepared? You also have trauma. Many families have endured, as we know in our city, trauma, whether it's a relative that has been killed, they've lost a mother due to illness, grandparent unexpectedly has passed away, and now they have to figure out who they're going to live with. And so, a lot of these are just not just family issues, but they're generational issues. And many of our young people have had to deal with that.
What is chronic, and I want to say this right, absenteeism?
Yes, right? Absenteeism, yes.
How does that differ from truancy?
Okay, so this is a great question. And when I first got into attendance, I really had to dig deep for this. So when you're truant, that means you're missing school days based on unexcused absences. So it could be you just don't come to school, you're truant.
Right.
When you're chronically absent, that means you're missing days excused and unexcused. So we do have young people that are missing school due to some of the reason that I just presented to you. So a parent is ill. So let's say they miss 5 days, that adds up to 10 days. And then they miss a couple of days in between that are unexcused. They just don't come to school. So then those days add up. And many times our families don't think that missing school based on excused reasons, they think in some cases it's okay. And although we may want to sympathize or empathize, it still means that that young child is missing days that they could be in school and learning.
Like I remember being in school and being sick, and my mother would call Monday.
Yes.
It won't say nothing else. The rest of that was it.
Yes.
One day.
Yes. And so remember now, you may be missing not just school, and you may be missing important social and emotional skills. And so that's what happens when students miss a lot of days. It starts off in September or October, it may be 5 days. Then January, you have another 5. Right. Because maybe you like to play in the snow. It snowed. You stayed home an extra couple of days.
Are you sick?
Spring break was only a week. But maybe you decided to take an extra few days. So by the end of the year, you've missed 30 days of school, and that's 30 days of learning.
Wow. Well, we got to put an end to that. Definitely got to stop that right there. Miss Stokes.
Yes.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Happy to be here with you today.
You are here to talk about wholeness.
Yes, I am.
So what is wholeness to pre-K and kindergarten?
That's a very, very good question.
If one of y'all say that one more time. That's a very good question.
It is a good question. Look, I'm going to take it broad and then break it down to pre-K, kindergarten. Okay. All right. So when we're talking about wholeness, we're really realizing that our young people are really capable, really talented, really smart, really brilliant. But we also recognize that our young people are faced with significant challenges often. Mm-hmm. But even despite them facing significant challenges, we also know that they have passions, dreams, ideas that they want to pursue. So when we're talking about wholeness, we're talking about considering the whole child, meaning you heard Dr. Williams talking about social emotional skills earlier. So that's meaning how do you feel? Who are you when you show up into the space? So part of our work is making sure our young people know who they are confident in who they are, that our young people have the ability to express how it is they feel, that they have the ability to express what it is that they need and be able to advocate for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
We're also talking about wholeness. We're also talking about we're making sure that we have the school environment that allow for our young people to pursue those passions, but also creates the safe environment where they have adults and other people that they can connect with and talk with and really build those significant relationships. So you think about wholeness and social emotional learning and our pre-K babies and coming back to school, like this could be a scary thing for our young children, right? To experience the pandemic, to not really have the language to really know what's going on. That focus on wholeness is focusing on giving them the language and the skills to be able to articulate and say how it is that they're experiencing this time. And when we're going back into school, is really giving them that space and opportunity to talk about what is it like to be back in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're focusing on those characteristics like kindness and generosity. And so it's really developing the individual and giving them the ability to really say who it is that they are.
It's almost like growing up and we had home ec, but not really home ec. You know, it seemed like home is taking a place bigger than math and science. Hold on, we got a question real quick. Precious Rose says, well, I know this year my daughter attended school, but they still have her absent almost every day. I don't know which one of y'all can answer or fix that.
I will take that. So, Miss Rose, part of attendance is accurate record keeping, and so we work with all of our parents. And so, if that is an issue and a concern for you, please send me your number and your name once again, and I will work with you to get that corrected at the school level.
All right.
Is that possible?
I'm pretty sure it is. I know Ms. Rose, she don't be playing either. You can tell by the color.
Right. I can. And Ms. Rose, I want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts for ensuring that your daughter did attend school. We like to partner with our parents. We like to hear from them. And so we want to commend you on your effort this year, especially in the year of the pandemic, for making sure she attended school. So thank you.
Speaking of attendance, let's get to enrollment. Well, Miss Smothers, how you doing, Miss Smothers?
Hey, how are you?
Big question for you. How can the families enroll their babies right now into the neighborhood schools?
Yes, this is easy. You can go online to our website and you can register online, or you can go to your neighborhood school. If you've seen these flyers around, they're also on our website. It gives you all of the directions as to what to do, when, what dates, everything that you need is right on the website.
Is there a special document that they need to gather the enrollment process?
Yes, they would need to make sure that they have their birth certificates, immunization records for the students, their proof of residency, photo ID. And if there are different guardianship issues, you will have to make sure that you have that paper from the court on those particular documents. And those documents are also listed.
Go ahead.
Yep, they're also listed on the website.
They don't have
everything that you need.
Oh, there you go. Yep. All right, Clara Jones said, I appreciate everything BCPS has provided to support my children, even through a global pandemic. See, the community love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate hearing that.
And you know what? Oh, sorry. Can I put that comment right there? Is a good testament to like that wholeness piece, right? Because it's about all of it. So it's not just about the individual. It's about the whole school and as well as the whole community. So thank you for that comment. But I'm also going to also commend you. I can't see who your name was again. I can't remember who it was, but also commend you for just giving yourself grace during this time and for supporting your child during this time. And that was a great example of us supporting each other as a community.
It was Miss Clara Jones, if I'm not mistaken.
Jones. Thank you, Miss Jones.
Yep. Now, do someone have to wait till August to do the enrollment? They don't have to wait till August,
no,
do they?
They do not. It started May 10th for pre-K. Kindergartners start May 10th as well. July 1st will be where everyone can register. But all of that information is at the school and as well as on the website.
Now, these next couple of questions is multiple choice for any of y'all to just, if y'all got the answer, any four of y'all can just answer it. What families can do to make sure their children are ready for school?
Well, I can take this one. I say get a good night's rest. It is so important. I think also sometimes we don't know how much sleep kids actually really do need. As adults, we need like 6 to 8 hours. Kids need like 10 to 12. So I know I haven't got 6 hours. I had 8 hours in a long time, but that's what we need as adults. But our kids actually need more hours than that. So I think really making sure that you can establish a really great schedule while you're at home, especially in the summertime, getting kids ready for going to sleep early and waking up early. At school, of course, we have breakfast, so you can do that at home or you can do that when you get to school. So I think that's really, really important. I also love having parents just read to their children. I think that is so important. Obviously, we can go to the library. We have beautiful libraries here in Baltimore City. Go to the library, rent out a couple of books, and just read to your kids, have them read to you. You could really just walk around and make everything into a learning opportunity. So you don't need the expensive laptops and you don't need all of that stuff. You can literally just kind of walk around and see what's in your community and talk about it. That's really great for kids.
Clara Jones came back again.
All right.
Can parents still fill out early waivers for children who have not been school age before the school year begins?
Yes. So if you have a child who is not old enough yet to go into pre-K, that actually starts in August. So you have to get a waiver from my office that basically says your child is not old enough. That would happen in August. If you have a child who you want to go to kindergarten early, if their birthday is within a certain window, you can do that online right now. So there's basically an application if your child is not old enough yet to go into kindergarten, that you can fill out that application. You would also send that through to my office, and then we will reach back out to you.
All right. As a father, I know my son just went to first grade, but I'm a big kid. I got to put his clothes out and make sure he look good the night before. Like I still
absolutely
put it out and I have his little shoes and be like, all right, that ain't good.
Yeah, you look good, you feel good.
Absolutely.
Good question. And I was going to ask y'all this, but it's on the list. If pre-K is play-based, why should kids go to pre-K when they can play at home?
Because play is really the basis for everything. You can learn so much through play. I like to tell people, kids we're all going to have the rest of our lives to sit at a desk and do work. So why do that to them when they are, 3, 4, and 5 years old? But they can learn so many skills through play. And the way that kids' brains are really kind of set up is really about figuring out the things that they are interested in, especially at this age. They are soaking in everything. So we want to be able to expose them to so many things. And kind of like Katia was saying, the socialization aspect, figuring out how to interact with other people, all of that stuff of who you become when you're older, all of that is really built when you're younger. And you can do those things through play. So that's why we think it's so important to do that when you're in pre-K.
And can I also add to that too? Think about it. It's also the joy factor, right?
Mm-hmm.
If all of us can remember, whether it's a toy or a fun gadget you get, or when you get your new iPhone, even as adults, when we are engaged in something, are you an Android person?
No, you said iPhone, and I thought we was talking about giving it to a pre-K kid. I was like, that is your iPhone.
No, I was trying to make the comparison to you that as adults, when we get a new shiny toy or technology, we love it. It sparks that joy. And we are engrossed in it, can't stop playing it, or if it's a game. It's the same thing for our young people when they're engaged in that play. It is that joy factor that allows us to be able to connect with what it is that we are doing. And that is what we want to spark, that joy, sparking that connection, sparking that memory, sparking that excitement about what they're doing, which also sparks the likelihood that they will remember, right? So it's the joy factor when we're also bringing in that play, which also connects to that wholeness piece.
This next question is for all four of y'all, and I'm gonna build it up for you, all four of y'all. I went to Rocknell Heights, I went to Dickey Hill, I went to West Baltimore Middle. I went to Edmondson. What makes Baltimore City schools special?
You just said it, the diversity of not just the students. And I'm not necessarily talking about race, but cultural diversity of the students, the teachers. For example, you have all of us here. I know Katia's from Baltimore. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
We all come together for the same purpose. And I think it's unique. Like, we bring different backgrounds or coming to teach these wonderful students. And the students are coming from different backgrounds and experiences. And that all comes together to make Baltimore City Public Schools. And I think it's a wonderful opportunity. And I'm sorry, I just went on, but that's what makes it unique. That's what makes it unique, that you have people from different backgrounds coming together for the same common goal.
And listen, I'm going to go ahead and throw in there. So yes, I love Baltimore, my hometown. Yes, I do. Shout out to all my poly engineers out there, my poly parents. But when I think about the beauty of Baltimore and the schools, the one thing that I always love and take pride in Baltimore City is the pride that we have in our schools. So we will shout out where we're from, middle school, high school, and there's a connection there, right? And we actually alumni come back and support, not just high schools, but in middle schools. And I'm not sure if that occurs everywhere, but that is something special when generations can say that they've been at a school, when generations are supporting a school. And I'm just even going to shout out the beauty of like the Poly City game. Yes, I did say Poly City, right?
City is always winning.
Wait a minute, you're not going to go that here. You're not going to go that here. But just even that beauty, right? And there are representatives from all schools that are coming together. And it is a beautiful event. And that is a culture, right? And so that culture of care, that culture of community, that culture of connecting, that's what makes city schools a great place.
Yep, definitely.
Relationships.
Definitely. I mean, I agree. I love it. I'm born and raised here in Baltimore City, taught in Baltimore City, was a teacher here, now working in this district office. So I have not moved, not one place but Baltimore City. So I definitely love it. It's definitely unique here. But we also, I want to say, is just across the board, not just for pre-K, kindergarten, but just across the board. We do have blueprint for success here, right? So when we talk about all of these things, we have literacy, student wholeness, Ms. Stokes, and we also want to build leadership in all of our schools. And we want to start young, learning today, leading tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Love it.
You wrote that down somewhere, didn't you?
You got a slogan.
I saw your head cock over to the side. She was like, what's that quote? Ms. Francis, how you going to end it?
I will say I'm the daughter of a Baltimorean. So my mom is from Baltimore and my grandmother actually used to work at North Avenue. So Baltimore has been in my blood for many, many years. I spent summers here and everything. So for me, it is coming home, even though I'm not originally from here. And I think that the way that our teachers and our principals care about students, I think it's just amazing. I have seen so many amazing things, especially in this pandemic with virtual learning, teachers who have really just gone above and beyond, staff who's gone above and beyond, everywhere from the district office to to our cleaning folks who are making sure that our schools are clean for our students. But they're doing it because they love and care about our kids. And so I think that's what makes Baltimore just amazing and unique.
How does someone find their zone school?
So you can actually go onto the school website and there's a zone school finder and you can type in your address and it will let you know what your zone school is.
Don't forget, everybody, www.baltimorecitysschools.org, or you can call 410-396-8600. Thank all of y'all for y'all insight today, man.
Thank you. This is fun.
When school start? First day of school. When is it?
Oh goodness, we're still trying to get out of this school year.
Yeah, let us finish this.
Y'all gonna get back to me on it.
We'll get back to you on that. It's August.
We just know it's like end of August, beginning of September. We know it's that part.
Let's get ready.
All right. Y'all enjoy your summer. Y'all deserve it. Don't work too hard, and please be safe out there. And everybody, if you can't get vaccinated, get vaccinated. How about that?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for having us today.
Thank y'all. I'm going to enjoy my weekend right now.
Bye.